Good morning and happy Monday. It's time for another Mindful Play Monday Live, and Miso is joining us this morning. We are diving into the month of October with a fun and festive craft that could be perfect for Halloween and also all pumpkin season long. So, Miso, can you sit in your chair and we'll show them what supplies we need for today? Say good morning. We are going to be making some special pumpkin pals today. It's going to look a little bit like this, and then we're going to use these as a fun little fidget tool, breathing tool, and also help us with some self-regulation skills. So the only things you'll need for today are 4 orange pipe cleaners. Now we are doing orange for traditional pumpkins, but if you wanted to do a rainbow pumpkin, a black pumpkin, a white pumpkin, any kind of pumpkin color you would like, that would work fine. We're using orange. And then we also have 1 green and 1 brown pipe cleaner, and that's going to be for the stem and the little squiggles there off the edge. You'll also need some orange pony beads like these. Again, you can make them rainbow colored if you would prefer to not stick to the traditional orange. And then a pencil or marker, something that you can use to wrap the pipe cleaners around to give you those cute little swirlies up at the top. So, Miso, are you going to sit there quietly? He's been very connected to me this morning. So let's see if he can sit there and let us work on our pumpkin pals this morning. So again, it's going to look something like this. We're going to use our beads to help us with some fidget tools, to get our hands busy when we need to focus in, and then also as a visual breathing tool as well. So the first thing you're going to do is take your 4 orange pipe cleaners, line them up like so. Again, you can use any color. We're just using orange to go along with Halloween. And you're going to fold those 4 pipe cleaners in half. Try to get them all lined up so their ends are even, like so. I've just folded them in half. And then I'm going to take those 4 folded pipe cleaners and kind of open them up there in the middle and twist so that they're all connected. I'm going to twist like 3 or 4 times to connect them. Kind of looks like some whiskers. So you're going to connect and twist those together and then fan them out. So when we have those 4 pipe cleaners and they're twisted together, it almost looks like a spider. You're going to have your 8 legs of your pumpkin. Now for the beading part, of course, this is going to be for your older kiddos, children that are past the mouthing stage, so more school age. Little ones, you could do this as a class, craft, or activity at your Halloween parties, or also for some social emotional learning lessons. So you're going to fan out your 8 legs of your pumpkin there and start with your beading. This is a fun, great way to work on your fine motor skills as well. And you can really do as many beads as you would like. I always say to try to do an even number of beads, because when we use this as a breathing tool, we want to have 1 bead to slide for breathing in, and then of course you'll have to breathe out after that, so always use an even number. So 4 or 6 is good. I used 4 on our sample here because you do want to leave a gap and some space for those beads to slide around to use it as a fidget tool. So we'll do 4 beads on each little leg of our pumpkin, and to keep them from sliding around or sliding off, kind of push them down to that middle cross point where you folded them together. Are you wanting some beads? You want to look at them? Here, we'll show you. We're going to do 4 beads again on each. You could do more if you would like to have a fuller looking beaded pumpkin, but again, make sure that you leave a little bit of space for those beads to slide around and going up and down to use as a fidget tool, and then also a visual breathing tool. So you're going to continue around. I'm just doing 4. You could do 4, you could do 6, you could do 8, just an even number there. And then once you have all of your beads on each little leg of your pumpkin, we'll get ready to connect the tops. And that's where we'll use our other 2 pipe cleaners to keep those kind of connected and sealed off so you don't lose any beads as you're working through and using them as a fidget tool. So we like to use our pony beads as a nice fine motor activity, but it also is going to be a great way for our younger ones to visualize their breathing. Because when we say take a deep breath, that's really hard to see and understand exactly what that means. So I've got all 8 of my legs, kind of looks like a spider there, filled with the beads. I'm going to scoot those beads down to that middle point where they're crossed over. Because now what we're going to do is take all the rest of the legs and fold them up into a point at the top. So all 8 little pieces of your pipe cleaners, kind of even them out there. You're gonna have something that looks like that, kind of like a teardrop shape, or look, it looks like a whisk. And you're going to, again, take those and twist, 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 so that they're connected and sealed off of the beads from sliding off, okay? So it's okay if they kind of look smushed right now. We're gonna fan those out in just a bit. The next thing you're going to do is take your green pipe cleaner, if you want to add those swirly, twirly, cute little vines at the top, and you're going to wrap that around the little stem that you've created. Again, cross them over to seal it off so you don't lose any beads. You can kind of go either way, kind of make an X pattern, and just twist to seal them off. And then this is where, if you do have that pencil or pen handy, you can wrap your little vine around the end of the pencil or around the end of your pen, like so, and then slide it off, and you get that cute little swirly looking vine. We'll wrap the other one around, and then that will show you the other little vine, like so. So you've got your cute little vines up there. Next, I'm going to take my brown pipe cleaner, wrap a little bit around the green, and then continue wrapping here to cover the top of your orange pipe cleaners that you already connected. So that's going to kind of seal it off and get rid of those pokey edges of the orange pipe cleaners, and then also give you your cute little stem. Now, when you are done connecting the top, sealing it off with your stem, you're going to go back and slowly pull open your little pumpkin. Good morning, thanks for joining us. We are making some pumpkin pals today. These would be a fun Halloween activity, Halloween craft for your classroom parties. You could also leave them out all fall long, even into Thanksgiving season, because they're not necessarily Halloween related. They're just cute little pumpkins. So there you go. It's like a 3-dimensional little pumpkin pal. And now we can use these as a fun little fidget tool. So you could have these, if you have a classroom of older students, you could have each student make their own little pumpkin pal, set it on the corner of their desk, and then during like quiet reading time or read aloud time, if you have kiddos that need to keep their hands busy, you could say, okay, grab your pumpkin pal. You can work on your fidgets there with your pumpkin pal. You can spin the beads, you can count the beads, you can slide the beads, and it's really nice with the pipe cleaners because they have that extra added input, that sensory input of the little fuzzy sides, and then if you listen carefully, little clicks of the beads, but it's pretty quiet. So it's not something that's going to be loud and clicking or spinning and really disturbing the class or disturbing others. It's still pretty quiet to move those beads up and down. Now we can also use these as a fun visual tool for our breathing, in addition to being just a really cute fall decor. So you can start with all of your beads, tell your students to pull all of your beads up to the green vine, line up all of your beads so that they're up touching the green vine, or again, if you made a rainbow pumpkin, whatever color your vine is. And you can either hold it this way, and tell them to pick one of the sides of the pumpkins, and you're going to use those beads to help you visualize your breathing. So every time you slide a bead down, you're going to breathe in, hold, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and keep going all around the pumpkin. So the goal is to then help visualize and focus on our breathing. And eventually you'll see as you're breathing along and sliding down your beads to go around your pumpkin, that once you have all of your beads down at the bottom of the pumpkin there, that's a nice way to really count and keep track of your breathing, as well as visualize and see, okay, I took a lot of good deep breaths. Now all of my beads are at the bottom, and then you can reverse it. So if you have all of your beads at the bottom, then you can go back and say, okay, now we're going to work on our breathing. Breathe in and out, in and out, in and out, until all of your beads are back at the top by the vine. So a cute, fun little fine motor activity, cute little decor for fall and Halloween, our little pumpkin pals. Again, all we used were some pipe cleaners. Sometimes they're called Chanel stems at the craft store, and some pony beads. And we used those beads and connected them all. And we're going to use those beads as a nice little fidget and then also a breathing tool. Quick and easy craft, perfect for the kickoff of October. Now we have a couple of days off coming up with our kiddos being in school, so we will not have a Mindful Play Monday live next Monday. I'm going to try to have another activity posted for you just as a regular reel that you can refer to for some more fun Halloween and mindful activities for the month of October. And then we actually have another Monday off the following week, so I'll have some more stuff up for you to take a look at and practice as well. So some fun things to look forward to as we kick off the month of October. Have a great rest of your week. Give those pumpkin pals a try for some fun decor, some fun fine motor work, and then also a good fidget tool and mindful breathing tool. You could even make some earrings. Have a great rest of your week. Right, Miso? Thanks for joining us. We'll have this posted shortly up on our YouTube channel as well as our Instagram stories. And get to work on those pumpkin pals. We'll see you next time. Have a good week.